Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Top 10 Songs. Once again, we're in Rock Fantasy in Middletown, New York with Steve Keeler.
Hello, everyone.
So we are going to tackle, in this episode, the Rolling Stones. So Steve and I are going to kind of go ping-pong back and forth.
The world's greatest rock and roll band, isn't that what they call themselves?
Yeah, and probably the top...
Wait a minute. If you look behind us, we've got the world's greatest rock and roll band, and then if you wanted the best, you got the best. So which one is the best? Is it Rolling Stones or Kiss? Now we're going to be writing in on that. It's not totally off
depends on what
topic.
you like. Well, but easily, though, the Stones, probably top 3 greatest rock bands of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Along with, what, the Beatles and Zeppelin, would you say?
Beatles, Zeppelin. I mean, if you're going to go way back, the 3 that were always compared were the Beatles, the Who, and the Stones, right?
British Invasion.
They're the ones that the British Invasion that both started out in the early 60s.
Yep.
I mean, 3 of the most powerful. Yeah.
So many great songs.
Zeppelin, you can throw in there.
I think Zeppelin outsold them as far as like album sales, but
did they?
Yeah, I looked at it recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Zeppelin totally outsold the Stones as far as album
if you're
sales.
going just a whole spectrum of rock, one of the bands I had the most following, not my favorite band, but I do enjoy their music, the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
How do they compare in record sales? But that's a whole other subject for a whole other... We can do that another day.
That's right.
You're more than welcome to come back.
So Steve and I both have our top 10 list, and then we're going to go ahead and do some honorable mentions. So I'm going to have Steve kick it off with his number 10. And we'll start
10.
From there. Yeah.
I moved number 10 around a couple times today. I'd say it's a tie. I'm having a tie right now. Is that allowed?
You can do it.
I'm having a tie
I'll let you do it.
I'm having a tie between Heartbreaker.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah. And You Can't Always Get What You Want.
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's not their heaviest song, but it's a great song.
It's a great song. A lot of the best
So that's the first tie ever, maybe. Maybe I had the first tie ever in this top 10 song count.
Perhaps. I think I might have had another guest who did a tie or a 10A and 10B, which is basically a tie.
That's what we just did then.
Yeah, so
I didn't have an A or B. I think it was an exact tie. You know.
Right,
go ahead.
That works. My number 10 from Let It Bleed, Monkey Man.
I was listening to that song today.
That's a great tune.
It is a great song.
Yeah.
And we were actually watching...
kind of funky, kind of rocking.
We were watching some documentary on monkeys last night. So I could have made the list.
Yeah.
My wife and I were watching something on Netflix about this guy traveling around the world.
All right, what do you got for number 9?
Number 9. Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Oh, yeah.
Which the Rolling Stones ventured into jam band with that.
Yeah, that was a long, rambling tune.
Like,
a lot of guitar solos.
You know, you're used to the 3-minute songs in the beginning. This was like a song that you could drag out like an Allman Brothers tune if you wanted to, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Great riff in that, too.
Sax solo and everything in there. It's just that it's almost like gets like Steely Dan like almost at times, or Allman Brothers. It's a great song.
How great of an impact was Mick Taylor on that band, though? I'm telling you. For me, my favorite Stones era was when Mick Taylor was in the band. Just such a great guitar player. So, my number 9, you've already mentioned, Heartbreaker. Do-do-do. Off of Goat's Head. The very underrated Goat's Head Soup. I love that album a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Strange album cover.
Yeah. Really bad album cover, yes.
It's kind of like the back glass in this pinball that scares some folks. Anyhow, where are we? Number 8?
Number 8.
Number 8, off the Beggar's Banquet, is The Street Fighting Man.
Yeah, that's a great tune. Classic.
And I think I was going to have something else before that, but that's where it ended up. And just a classic song.
Yep. One of their bigger hits from early on. I dig it. I like it. My number 8, we're going to go to the It's Only Rock and Roll album. Kind of a strange pick, you might think, but Time Waits for No One.
It's a great song.
Long guitar solo from Taylor that almost sounds like Carlos Santana. It's just so beautiful.
It's a mellow song.
Yeah, just
definitely
love it. Intoxicating guitar solo in that one. Totally love it.
All right, we're at number 7.
Yep.
Number 7. We're going back to the early days of me riding in the back seat of the car in the 60s. Not a care in the world, getting driven to like a vacation or a campground or something, and what my parents used to do and had WABC would be on, the 19th Nervous Breakdown.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
Which is just, I think it's a great song. It's one of their short 3-minute hits or 4-minute hits. Oh, yeah.
A lot of them.
that's when they were neck and neck with the Beatles, I think, doing that kind of stuff. But it was their subject matter was, it's a pretty sad song, actually.
Yeah.
Mom's taking some pills to get through life, and I didn't realize what they were singing about when I was a little kid. What's a nervous breakdown?
We didn't care back then.
I don't know. I probably had about 18 of them by now. I'm old. Running a store for 34 years almost.
Yeah, that's going to say close to 35, right? Jesus. My number 7, from Exile on Main Street. How about Tumbling Dice?
Oh, man, how did I forget that one?
I don't know. How did you?
Yeah,
Shame on you.
That's not even in my honorable mentions. That one slipped through the cracks.
It's floating down the
gutter. Well, at least you figured that one out. So it's not forgotten on the list.
There you go. All right, number 6 for Steve.
We're going to Paint It Black.
Yeah.
Another from the Aftermath album, I believe, right? 1966. We're going way back when.
That's probably my favorite Stones song from that.
I don't even know if I was listening to rock music. It was in the backseat of the car. I was playing with Matchbox cars. I was
you were too busy eating your ice cream.
4 years old, yeah. 1930, Paint It Black. Yep, that was a great song. And it's still, I mean, a lot of this stuff has really held the test of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right, my number 6, going to go to the Sticky Fingers album. Maybe kind of an oddball choice, Sway.
Sway.
Yeah.
That one I'm not really. That's from. If you pick up if I heard it,
if you heard it, you'd be like, oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
it's one of those songs on that album that's like not an immediate like. There's the hit, and it's kind of an oddball choice, but I really love it a lot. So all right, we're at top 5. What do you got, Steve?
Number 5 is, you know what? It's like a Rodney Dangerfield thing. I just can't get any satisfaction. I can't get no respect. But Satisfaction is my number 5. Another one of their big hits. Great rock tune. Hey, 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 right?
Yeah, it's kind of an obvious choice, but yeah,
I like obvious choices sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I found this list easier than some of the other ones.
My next one is an obvious choice. My next one is obvious choice number 2 after yours. So
Your number 5.
My number 5 is Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you miss that?
Yeah.
It actually plays that in Jingle on the pinball machine. When they redid the 2001 Stern Rolling Stones, they had a very, that's another topic, but they have very strange song selections on that pinball machine. Yeah. Like the Hand of Fate is like the third ball every time you play it. You get to listen to Hand of Fate, which is not,
good tune, but it's kind
of
a
newer.
Yeah.
And you would just, like, Jumpin' Jack Flash were definitely better with the pinball, with the flow and the action. And, of course, Start Me Up starts the game.
Have to have that, right? Have to have that. All right, number 4, Steve. Go for it.
Number 4 is, did you do your number 5?
I did. Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Oh, yeah, you did, right. We blew right through it.
Yeah.
Number 4 is my ringtone on the phone right now, if you call me up on my cell. It's Only Rock and Roll. But I like it. And as of storage, this is only rock and roll here, and heavy metal and death metal and everything else. Right? Pinball machines and pipes. And but it's all rock and roll. So
that's a great tune. Another very underrated album, I think. Kind of doesn't get its due from a lot of Stones fans. My number 4. I just had to find a spot for in this list because I just love it. From Some Girls, Miss You.
Good song. It didn't make my list, though. I didn't put anything on here from Some Girls for some reason.
That's a great album.
I guess it is, yeah. It's just not one that really struck my heart with, And it's not something I'd listened to in a while, but it is a great album.
Probably the best of their kind of late 70s and on albums.
It was probably the best album they did, the last one. Yeah, it was the strongest one.
Yep.
With that crazy album cover.
I know, right? All right, the top 3. Here we go.
My number 3 is another short, fast rocker. Got any ideas? You got a guess?
Yeah, but I'll reserve my guess.
Your reserved guess is that lady could be a bitch. And the bitch. Oh, my goodness. We have a tie.
We have a tie.
We both picked bitch for number 3.
Look at that. That's a great tune.
That's a great
Sticky
rocker.
Fingers, yeah.
You even know that one.
Anything they played live, I know.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Got a strange voice coming from over the back here.
Yeah, he's our judge over there. He's making sure we keep our director.
You'll see him soon. Don't you worry.
Muller's here.
Number 2. Jumping Jack Flash.
There we go. Yep.
And he already had it on the list.
Number 5, yeah.
You know, what a great song.
Yep.
And number 2 was it's the Jumpin' Jack Flash. And what album was that actually on, actually?
It was released as a single, but then they put it on the Through the Past Darkly, which was kind of like a
yeah, because I was really like searching for it, and I know it was on, you know, the Hot Rocks and stuff like that, but I was like, what album? I was trying to do some notes, and I saw it just as a single.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
I know, right? Such a great tune. It got so much acclaim it wasn't on an album.
They sold a lot of 45s of that record.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
they did. So my number 2, Steve's already mentioned in his top 10 from Sticky Fingers. Once again, Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Oh, great song, yeah.
Yep. So, all right, so here we go, number 1. I have the strange feeling our number 1s are going to be the same.
It could be.
Because you haven't mentioned this song yet.
We both picked Hand of Fate.
No?
Okay.
Nope.
Start me up.
Nope.
No. Some people,
Angie?
might be the only one that
Angie?
got Wild Horses. That's not my number 1.
No.
But that was a number 1 hit, probably, on the Casey Kasem.
All of the ones were that we just mentioned.
We can only get Casey Kasem to come back and do one of these with us, right?
I know, right?
This goes out to I used to love his little stories. I used to listen to that all the time.
I did too. Yeah.
Then he turned into Shaggy and Robin from Batman.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So my number 1 might be this. He might be a copycat. This means Gimme Shelter. So we tied on number 1s and number 3. I mean, we got the same wave.
That's never happened on this show before.
Maybe it'll happen in the next one.
You never know. You never know.
Anyhow,
actually, no. It had the duplicate number 1 happened on the Jimi Hendrix show recently. My buddy Bill and I both.
Oh, you did a Hendrix, okay.
Machine Gun was number 1, but I've never had a number 1 and number 3.
I love that song.
How can you not? Right?
It's a great song.
Yeah. But Gimme Shelter, I mean, come on, that's like...
So this is the honorable mention, or what would have made the rest of the list for me.
Oh, God, mine is so long.
Mixed Emotions, which is a newer... Well, not a new song, but it was, from the 90s, maybe?
Yeah, that was
that
on
Steel Wheels?
Yeah,
Steel 89?
89, yeah.
Off of My Cloud.
Rockin' a Hard Place from that album, too, is a good tune.
That's on my list, too.
Oh, there you go.
Off of My Cloud.
Yeah, that's great.
One of the ones that Mick's pissed off at somebody on the Play with Fire, which is a great song.
That is a good tune. Yeah, that is. I forgot about that one.
Happy.
I love Happy. That's on my honorable mentions too.
That wasn't. I don't know if it was named after the Seven Dwarf or Happy. No, probably not.
Probably not. Knowing Keith, probably not.
Midnight Rambler.
Yeah, I have that too.
Rockin' a Hard Place.
Yeah.
Mother's Little Helper.
Yeah.
Which I already. Wait. No, Mother's Little Helper is much like the 19th Nervous Breakdown.
They're very
Could it
similar.
be about the same person?
Yeah.
It could be.
Could be.
I kind of was using that rhetoric when I was talking about the Nervous Breakdown. Let's Spend the Night Together.
Yeah.
Last Time.
That's a good one.
Every time you go see him, you think this might be the last time we see the Stones.
And then 20 years
later,
later,
keep going.
Yeah.
And She's a Rainbow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Off of their psychedelic album, which is the Satanic Majesties, right?
Yep.
Which was their kind of their take on the Beatles.
Yeah, it's a very different album for them.
One of the girls that works there plays that album constantly. When
really?
she picks up a classic rock album, she plays that. Yeah,
that's strange.
2000 Man.
That's
on there
yeah.
Too, yeah.
I like Kiss's version of that. I thought Ace did a good job at that. All right, some stuff that we haven't mentioned. How about Live With Me off of Let It Bleed? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Did you mention Brown Sugar? How did we not mention Brown Sugar?
Nobody mentioned Brown Sugar?
I don't have it written down.
Yeah, all right,
it was on my list before I copied it over.
There you go. Well, it's on my honorable mentions.
Song.
It's a great song.
How about Sister Morphine?
Good song,
Dead
too.
Flowers.
Dead Flowers is excellent.
Moonlight Mile. What else? Sweet Virginia. All Down the Line. Dancing with Mr. D.
Yeah, the band Lucifer actually covers...
that is a great cover.
They actually play it on tour. I'm supposed to be catching on this Wednesday night.
That is a great cover.
We were going to get tickets for Kiss, and my buddy goes, "You already got tickets for Lucifer at St. Vitus the same night."
How are you going to do that?
Yeah, you can't do them both.
No,
and Lucifer's a lot cheaper. It was only $20.
Emotional Rescue, Undercover of the Night, Angie, Star, Little star fucker, right? That's a good tune. Should keep it clean, right? We gotta make sure our PG-13 audience doesn't get upset there.
My goodness.
What else? If you
Talking
can't rock
about
me,
the world's raunchiest rock and roll band, we gotta keep no swear words.
Little T&A, another good Keith tune. Anyway, there's so many songs. We can go on and on all day long with honorable mentions. So anyway, that's you want to run down your top 10 real quick there, Steve?
Oh, we can. Yeah. Starting out, we had that time. Remember Heartbreaker and Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Songs that you guys didn't pick, like She's So Cold. It's a funny song. That's a funny song.
That's here. I got them.
The time was Can't Always Get What You Want and Heartbreaker.
Yep.
Number 9 was Can't You Hear Me Rockin'? Or Can't You Hear Me Knockin', rather.
Yep.
Number 8 was The Street Fighting Man. Number 7 was The Nervous Breakdown. Number 6 was Painted Black. I'm going back. I'm counting up again instead of...
That's fine.
Satisfaction was 5. It's Only Rock and Roll was number 4. Number 3 was The Bitch. Well, Bitch. It wasn't The Bitch. Number 2 was Jumping Jack Flash. And number 1 was Gimme Shelter.
And for mine, starting at number 1, Gimme Shelter. 2, Can't You Hear Me Knockin'. 3, Bitch. 4, Miss You. 5, Jumping Jack Flash. 6, Sway. 7, Tumbling Dice. 8, Time Waits for No One. 9, Do Do Do, Heartbreaker. And number 10, Monkey Man. So that is our top 10 songs. Anyway, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on the mighty YouTube as often as possible. Don't go away. He's coming back. We're going to be live here from Rock Fantasy yet again with Testament and a special guest. We'll see you real soon, guys.
RockFantasy.com.
That's right.
Rock Fantasy Concert Shop on Instagram. Come visit us.